In a time long ago, there lived in the kingdom of Gallowmere a sorcerer named Xerok. This arrogant, pitiless man hated his fellow citizens for their simple and peaceful ways. So he raised an army of demons and set out to take the realm for his own. The king's champion, Sir Daniel Fortescue, led the militia in the battle against this unholy horde. Songs are still sung of how he spearheaded the charge deep into the accursed multitude, how demons fell before him like wheat before the scythe, and how at last, though mortally wounded, he destroyed the sorcerer utterly. Fortescue went down in history that day as the hero of Gallowmere, and a time of peace began, which was to last for 100 years. And then the sorcerer returned.
It has risen again. Sir Daniel Fortescue, see? The hero of Gallowmere who fell at the first charge. The fog of war and the shrouds of time conspire to turn the arrow fodder into the saviour of the day. But we knows better. Let it alone. Fate has given it a second chance. A chance to forget the ignoble truth. A chance to defeat Xeroc and live up to the legend. We hopes it does well.
You must be out of shape after 100 years lying on your back. Use the crypt to get to grips with your new lease on life. Any treasure that you find will be added to your coin total. Coins are used to buy items from the greedy merchant gargoyles. When you're ready to leave this crypt, you'll find an exit at the end of the hall. To unlock the gates, you must find a runestone and place it in the ornate hand set next to the doorway. You will find life bottles throughout Gallowmere. They contain the same magic that rose you from your slumber and will raise you from the dead once again. When your life is low, using this bottle will help you feel a little better. And remember to fill it when you can. Some weapons contain powers and abilities beyond the ordinary. Be sure to test every weapon to discover their secondary abilities. Some weapon abilities are immediate, and some may need a bit of time to charge before they realize their full potential. During your travels through Gallowmere, you will collect many items. To see your items or to use one, review your inventory. In it, you will also find your Book of Gallowmere, which will keep a record of the denizens you've encountered and bestow you with keen insights that only a disembodied voice could provide. Track down Xerok by retracing his diabolical odyssey through Gallowmere. You can spot the exits from an area by looking out for his stinking trail of magic slime. Welcome back to your beloved Gallowmere. The stinking dead have risen up to dance with the lifeless living, and they want to do it over your dead body. That small light following you around is a wisp. The heroes of the Hall are not supposed to intervene in mortal affairs, but when they heard that Sir Daniel Fortescue had a shot at redemption, well, they decided to give you a hand with your depth perception. He will circle enemies, helping you direct your ranged attacks, but he'll also let you know what things might merit a closer look. Don't let zombies get you down. Tend those wounds by stepping into this fountain of rejuvenation. Sometimes it may be useful to view the world from a different point of view. Be sure to take a moment from time to time to enjoy the beauty of our beloved Gallowmere. Keep your eye peeled for anything interesting. Remember, nothing remains hidden under the gaze of an angel. The object here is the chalice. Every time you dispatch an enemy with a soul, the chalice fills a little more. Fill the chalice and then collect it, and you will be worthy of visiting the sacred Hall of Heroes to claim a new weapon. There is a chalice to be found in every region of Gallowmere. They are all hidden or well guarded. Only a true hero will collect the full set. The living world lies beyond these skull gates. The master of the Hilltop Mausoleum, the stained glass demon, has possession of the skull key. free to have a paddle in the shallow water, but don't be tempted to go for a swim. Buoyancy can be a problem for those of a dead disposition.
Tread softly. Zarek awaits beyond these gates. The Master meets with the demon from the mausoleum, hatching plots of purest evil. Forgotten nobodies would be wise to make themselves scarce.
The living world lies beyond these.
So that was the MediEvil demo. It was short but kinda satisfying. It showed some signs of life and some signs of, well, not life. I've written down some keynotes and I thought that I'd give my opinion on what I like about it and what I dislike about it. And will I buy the game later? We'll see. First off, most of the aesthetics, how the game look, remain on the more lighter side as the original game. The style of the game also reminds me of the original PS1 game, which is a good thing. It's a very good thing. Dan's design looks incredible, as does his character, especially in 1080p. His animations, his goofiness, it's all there, exactly the way it's supposed to be. The atmosphere in the game retains that Halloween feeling as the previous game had, and I'm so glad it did. This is one of those games that not horror fans, but people like me can play alone without being scared, but still enjoying the Halloween atmosphere a bit more. But let's go in on some less good stuff. The controls, first off, are both good and bad. The good thing about them are steering, fighting, auto-aim, etc. Everything like that works pretty good. I do have to say though that the sword feels like it's too light. He just waves it around like it was paper. I know he did it in the first game, but it still retains some weight. It doesn't here, in my opinion. The bad things about the controls, mostly, is the camera. It can be really insufferable at times and be inaccurate. One annoying thing is if you snap it, it fades out and in again. I don't know why really, it's unnecessary. And some of the control can be a bit floaty. The biggest issue so far is the frame rate, easily. It's not locked to 30 FPS on original PS4, and even on PS4 Pro it drops beneath 30 FPS. It's not really acceptable in my opinion. You can notice it the best if you go into these life search wells thingies. I don't know the exact name, but it tanks the FPS like crazy. Now for the more detailed stuff. The sound effects and other satisfying sounds are still here to a degree. There are some sound effects and satisfying sounds from the original that is kinda missing. For example, when Dan refills his HP and it goes to fall from one of those life wells. The effect is missing. It's just small things really, but you notice it definitely. The narrator is very good in my opinion, and it fits the game perfectly. The soundtrack holds true to its original goal. Yet it sounds new, but I'm wondering if it is, or if it's me who just haven't played these games in a long time. Overall, the voice acting is quite good. Book of Gallowmere is a neat little improvement. It lets you read about the lore of the game and different monsters. It's quite nice actually. The level design is great, it's the original Vision, exactly, but with better graphics, so it should be great. And map and loading screens are exactly as it should be. Perfect 10 out of 10 regarding that. And the cinematics are quite impressive, except one thing, and that's the yellow zombie eyes. It ruins the immersion quite a bit and it feels cheap. And that's about it. I haven't so much to talk about, because it was quite a short demo. The game releases the 25th of October. I'm hoping it gets improved quite a bit. They've already dropped a new trailer today, and yeah, it looks quite nice actually. If it's not too expensive, I will pick it up. But that was it, and as always, I hope you have a good one. If you like my content, you know what to do. See you around!